Hey guys, hello. I'm a crypt keeper. Oh no! All right. He's born in St. Charles, North Shore, Stony Brook, 3 villages. Woo! Okay, guys. Or a Scientologist. THC physicist, award medal quarterback. Get it, garbage. All right, guys. Hey guys. How's everybody doing? I am so excited. I hope you guys are too, because I got a great guest, and it's been a long time coming. Stuttering John Melendez. It's coming on the show here. He'll be on here in a couple seconds. Just want to make sure he done got the link. A lot of things to say about this gentleman. As much as the shit that's gone back and forth, I actually like this guy. But don't worry. He's got a lot of problems with me, and I got a lot of problems with him. We're going to work that out. So don't think that this is going to be, us sucking each other off. But, I will suck him off for some things that he's done and things that he's about. You know what I mean. I'm not getting off here, but I did this. It was so important to me to have him on that this is the first time. I've never paid for a guest to come on, but it's one of those things where, if you do someone's show first or you do it second, it's like one person kind of loses out. So I figured, all right, let me. I'm sorry. That's why I can't look at this, because you guys are funny in the chat. So I ain't gonna look at that until later. But yeah, I did pay for him because I want to do, man to man. I want to get him and get some things settled. I came in after him at the Stern Show at K-Rock. I got a lot of memories with him, and he should be here. So let me just make sure. He says no link. Where is my man? But guys, I wanted this to come straight from the heart, so I didn't even take notes. I'm sure I'll kick myself because we only got an hour. Here he is. Guys, with no further ado, guys, it is a man that I have incredible history with, respect for. Also, I have, incredible differences with, but I got to tell you, I love the Stuttering John Melendez. and he's here today. I got him for an hour, so we're gonna try and sort out past 20 years in an hour. The one and only Mr. Stuttering John Melendez. Hey, John, how you doing, man?
Why are you mad at me? Why are you upset? Why are you mad at me, KC? Hey, I love you. How are you?
Johnny, that's look. You're a musician, and I was going to ask you. I mean, that's out of tune. I know. Skull.
I know. I couldn't find my tuna.
All right. Well, I mean, are you? Well, obviously, I mean, you were signed to Atlantic. I mean, you toured with, I think, my favorite band, Typo Negative. I believe that's
Yes.
probably the one
Yep.
thing that I think is the best about you is that you met Peter Steele.
I hung out with Peter Steele. Yes, I did.
And you opened for him or something like that one time?
We were my band, his band, I think one other. We all opened up the Motley Crue at the Starplex in Dallas.
And he was a good guy?
He was a great guy.
Yeah.
He was a great guy.
Every time I met him, he was like, they called him the gentle giant, and he lived up to it. He was such a great guy.
But Case, I'll tell you what's funny is I opened their dressing room door to say hi, and they're all pumping dumbbells. They're all working out before they go on stage.
Yeah, Peter back in the day, around like in the 90s, the late 90s, the guy was like 6'4", 6'5", about 230 lean. I mean, a guy was a specimen, but later on in life, life took its toll on him, and we lost him.
Isn't it taking its toll on all of us, Case?
Yeah, I know, buddy.
Go!
And I love that. For the audience that doesn't know, the skull is something that who used to say? What is that?
It's Danish for cheers.
Okay, all right, and you're half Danish and you're half Swedish or something.
No, half Puerto Rican, half Danish.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Don't you remember I'm a Danish spick? I'm a dick.
You're a dick. All right, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
I steal clogs.
Yeah. I got that. Hey, a lot of people are here, and I'm glad that everyone's hanging out, and they got John. John, great show today, man. You did a great job with that. How did you pull that out of your ass with the roast?
I knew you would enjoy it. That's why I was like, Case, because it's such a slice of our lives, and it was the OG crew, when it was all of us, all busting balls, and I thought it was a great thing, and that's why I was like, Case, you really got to watch tomorrow.
Yeah. You told me that last night because we've been good about not speaking because we wanted this to all come spontaneous here when we got on the air today. But last night, John, I know because I'm an alcoholic and a drug addict. I know you were hammered last night, buddy.
I take these, Case.
What is that?
Well, that's a half of an edible. So I try and only do a half.
Okay.
But if I take these things, I'm fucking out of it.
Now, you're in California, so I guess that's the real stuff. Because in New York, you get this 0.08 stuff. I got a package of them, and I was just going to eat all of them, but I'm afraid of taking stuff I don't know about.
No, this is what I take. It's the fruit ones, and it's straight sativa. So
how much is like a point? Is it more than a point?
It's 10 milligrams.
10. Yeah. See,
I bite half, so it's like 5 milligrams, but it still makes me loopy.
It makes you loopy, and it puts you to sleep.
Yeah, and then at first I'm up, and then right at the right point, I'm at the end of a Columbo episode, and then I go right back to bed, and then I forget the whole freaking night.
John, there's so many things I love about you,
but I don't take this driving ever.
All right, yeah. I was watching your with the moderators, and they accused you of doing some driving under the influence, which isn't true.
No, and you have driven with me. We've had we've done a lot of tours together, and it's just, it's sad that there's plenty to make fun of when it comes to me, that you don't have to lie about it. I mean, you can talk about my OCD, my hemorrhoids, my fucking my divorce.
Hey,
I mean,
John, I hate that joke, by the way. I think that's one of your worst jokes.
which one?
The chocolate covered cherry jokes. I hate that one. Isn't it funny that I know some jokes? See, look, everybody, look, we're getting along. Isn't it great?
I don't really plan on us not getting along, to be honest with you.
Yeah, John, me neither. But all right.
I don't even know what. Okay, let's just get right into it.
I guess you're right. Just elephant.
I don't know what happened. You were on my show last year, and
did you already write that shit in your book when we were on air?
Yes, it was already out, and we talked about it.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
Yes,
tell me that you trashed me in your book.
We talked about it. You said I have some problems with things you said in the book, and then we talked about it.
No, I didn't. Because the only thing I know is what Autumn told me. She was mad about something, and I didn't know that, because I would have been mad about that. When you called me Gary's butt boy, it's funny, but
come on, man.
No. I mean, if we're goofing around, you said it, but why was I Gary's butt boy?
Gary brought you in to be his protege. Gary even told me after you left, he was very upset with you. He said he would never talk to you because he brought you in to be his protege, and then you fucked it up. And then he was
bullshit. No, John, that's wrong. No.
That's what he told me.
No, he didn't. No,
I swear, he did. I swear to you.
He said he'll never talk to me.
That's what he told me.
I never did. My problem was never with. No, John, this.
Has he talked to you since?
Yeah, I talked to him. Although I used to talk to him a couple times a year, and it was always friendly, and we always were.
Well, then I guess he got over it. But this is what he told me then.
Tell me exactly what he said, because I don't believe that he would say that, John. I think you got that.
I don't lie, so you don't have to believe me. I don't care, but that's what he said.
Sometimes,
huh?
You embellish sometimes.
Okay, if you want to accuse me of embellishing.
Everybody does, right? Okay.
No. Gary said that he was very mad at you because he trusted you and you were his protege. And then he I don't. Now this is where I don't know if he said stab me in the back, but you let him down, or you lied to him or something like that.
I remember talking to you about this, and I said, and I wrote in my book that I probably let him down.
Yes, something like that.
But I don't believe, John, that he was ever mad at me. The problem that I got fired for was because I was a fucking idiot. And
that's what he said. So how am I embellishing?
But why would he? But to say that he would never talk to me, my problem was never with him. It was with.
I know, but he was like, he took responsibility because he brought you in, and he felt like that, that you let him down.
Well, I did let him down because I was an alcoholic, and
that's what he was. So how am I embellishing?
Because you're saying that when you say that somebody won't talk to you again.
Well, that's what he said then. But if he talked to you after, look.
We never had a bad. Even when I got fired, we never had.
No, I know you did
or anything. He was never mad at me. It was just like I wish, I wish I could keep you, but the higher up said we can't keep you because you didn't go to the meetings, the rehab. You skipped out on a meeting. He was never mad at me, John.
All right, well that's what. So then I guess that's not what he said to me, Case. Okay. I don't know what to tell you.
All right.
I mean,
no
it is what he told me, but it doesn't really matter because Baba Booey talks out of fucking both sides of his mouth anyway. So, I mean, who knows if, he could say, fuck, oh, believe me, you know how many times he stabbed me in the back. So let's not even fucking take whatever Gary says as with any credence.
John, in all due respect, okay, again, and it's funny, you never... This is your boss, and you never said, boss or Gary. You called him Baba Booey, even off the air. I mean,
Come on.
So
Come on.
why wouldn't you? Why do you think?
What do you mean? Because Howard was my boss. Howard was never going to fire me.
Howard wasn't. See, that's the problem right there. Howard wasn't your boss. Gary was your boss. He was the one that would say,
Gary, come on, please.
You didn't give him the respect that he deserved as your boss.
Yes, that's true.
All right. Well, yeah, as long as
He was a buffoon.
Did you ever have a conversation with him? Like, I see.
I stole the fucking Gary puppet.
I know, but John, what I remember is I was in San Diego with someone I shouldn't have been there with. You know who I'm talking about, who worked there.
Yes.
Okay, and we read in USA Today that you had signed a deal, and in my memory, I thought that you were gone, but you had 2 weeks that you stayed.
Yeah.
You worked out your final 2 weeks.
Yes.
So how did you break it to who? First, was it to Gary, to Howard? How did you let them know that you got
Weren't
this?
You there? You don't remember this?
This is what I don't remember, and if I don't know, I'm going to ask you.
Okay, no, it's fine, Case. We had that first of the 2 weeks off. So if you could recall, Howard had
it was the 2 weeks, and we were gone, and that's
Howard had a Valentine's Day party at the Limelight, or it was one of those places, and then I took a train out to Philly or Washington to do a gig, and then I got back home on that Saturday. We're supposed to go to Atlantic City, and I don't know if you came with us, but I told Howard on the
not Electric Factory.
No. Howard and I and Susanna and Beth and some of the friends all went to Atlantic City.
Okay.
But I told him because I was supposed to fly with him in the helicopter, but I didn't think that he's going to want me after I tell him this news. So I told him that I would drive, and then he at first said he was happy for me, but we all know how that changed. And then my last week was that last week on the air, and you have to remember that.
Because we're doing Get John's Job. Were you there?
No.
John's Job?
The last week is when, don't you remember when Scott pulled my audition tapes and all that?
Yes. But I don't remember you being there for that.
Yeah, I was there.
That's it's probably me in the.
It's on YouTube. John's Last Day.
Yeah. Now, when you listen to that, John, that was a bad audition tape. You know it. I mean, you're a talented guy.
The 3 clips that Scott pulled were bad, but the 7 others were good. Okay. You know how the show works, Case. Don't even pretend.
No, I'm with you on that. But but to do that and to send that in and to think you got hired because of that might be tough to swallow. But
okay, now Casey, now let's look at the reality of it. If you do 10 takes, 3 are bad, and you pull the best 3 and send those to the Tonight Show, but Scott pulls the worst 3, then you're actually going to believe what Scott is representing as my best, which makes you an idiot.
No, I got you. I got you, and I know what's good for us on the show. I know that's what you do for the show, but is that what got you hired? I mean, I just want to know. Like, everyone knows that you got hired, but what got you hired?
What got me hired was being on the show. I'm a Celebrity. Get me out of here.
All right, and you did a great job when you were there. But don't you think there's a lot of guests that come on and do a good job on there? But
so you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Dave Berg, the segment producer, saw me on that show, and told Debbie Vickers, the executive producer, I love this guy. You should have him as a guest. And Dave Berg was my segment producer. So then I went over what I was going to talk about on the show. I was booked as a guest, and as a guest, I killed it. Jay laughed his ass off, and in the commercial break, the executive producer Debbie and the head writer Joe offered me a job to be a correspondent because they thought I was a likable, real, lovable type of guy. Believe it or not.
Yeah, yeah,
Get
John.
him!
Look, I'm not going to disagree that you did a good job in that segment, but you worked for the biggest radio show in the history that's ever been done. Why would they think that they could hire you?
Well, at first they wanted me to be a correspondent, but I
But,
talked to
but you
Robin.
think Howard would put up with
No,
that?
Gary happened to be in LA at the time. I asked Gary, and Gary said Howard was never going to let you do that.
No way.
And then I asked Robin. Robin asked me to talk to Laura, set up a meeting, which I tried, and that's both documented on the air. Both 2 times I did, Howard said, "John, I don't care what you do with your career. I don't give a shit. Don't bother me. Don't. I'm not going to meet with you. Do whatever you want. I don't care."
Got it.
And he said it twice. Both times I went back to Robin. First time she said, "Try again." I did. And then the second time I went back to Robin. She said, "Now you got to do what you got to do." Then the Tonight Show offered me the announcer job. That's when it got everything in rolling. Then I had to fly out there secretly, do a correspondent audition piece. That killed it. And then I had to go in there and do a bunch of announces in front of all of them to prove I wouldn't stutter and that I could do the announces. It was a long, long process. Then Jay Leno had to get involved with Rick Ludwin, the guy that brought us Seinfeld. He was cock blocking the whole thing. And it was a long, arduous process that took about a year, 2 years, but finally I got the job.
Yeah.
School!
But John, but what you just said is they were going to make sure that you didn't stutter, but then they went and they called you Stuttering John, right?
No, they didn't.
Oh, they called you
In fact,
John.
I couldn't, in my contract, I wasn't even allowed to do gigs as Stuttering John.
Oh, all right. So this
You
is
see, Kiss, you learn everything if you just ask the questions and don't assume.
questions, buddy. That's all I'm doing, man.
Because if you assume, you make an ass out of you and me.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Hey, man.
Hey, you better behave. I'll give you a half Nelson.
You know what a half Nelson is?
I know what a half Nelson is. I wrestled too, you prick.
Did you? I know that you got this idea in your head that you could run against Marco Battaglia. Like,
I'm a competitor.
I know, and that's one thing I love about you, buddy. But there's some things that
you bet against me for the cabbie fight, you prick.
I didn't bet against you.
Yes, you did. You took cabbie.
I didn't take cabbie.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't bet on that. I know the bets I lose. But I know there was one guy. If I would to go back, I would have bet on you because I know that there's nothing in this world that would be worse than you looking bad in front of all those people. So you trained your ass off and you worked, you did 2-a-days and, you beat a guy that was 100 pounds more than you. And
almost, yeah.
That's pretty impressive, man. And you had a good team. Panza is you were around killers. Those guys were trained killers.
Yes. Yes,
and,
they were.
And he didn't train at all, did he?
He claims he did, but it doesn't matter. I trained 8 days a week. I took 1 day off, but 2 days I did. I ran 5 to 7 miles in the morning and then sparred at night, 2 of the days.
Yeah.
And then I was in the weight room and everything. I was training every day. I was drinking protein shakes. That was it, which I know you love the protein shakes. And then I don't
love them. But...
And then I took it seriously. As far as the race with Marco, even Vince the lawyer will tell you, if I would have just did a 40-yard dash, I might have won. I had him in the first 40. But then
No, you did. John, stop it.
Ask Vince the lawyer. He played the tape.
John, this is an NFL caliber one athlete. There's no way that you could have beaten him in a 40-yard dash.
Okay. He was a very fat tight end.
He wouldn't have made the roster if he couldn't run. The 40 is like that is the.
I know they do it in the combine.
Yeah, it's that.
But I'm radio and television, Stuttering John.
John, it's like, man, I want to talk to you about the disagreements we have, but it's just so you're a likable guy to me, even though you've overplayed your hand and you've done some things and said some things, but I just forgive them when I talk to you because when I see it, it's kind of like, all right, well, there's my friend. He's fucked up, but so am I.
First of all,
Go ahead.
in my book, I took it easy on you. So I
You
don't know.
took it easy on me.
Did you
You
not
said
see what
I was the reason for the downfall of the Stern Show.
Yeah, because you started with those fake bits, and
I
you know
did.
you did.
I did, John.
Yeah, well, that to me, the show was an organic show, and you started introducing fake bits, and I thought it was why dupe the audience that loves Howard Stern? Why are you going to start pretending to have callers that say they do plastic surgery on kids, and then have people think it's real? It's fake, and the Howard Stern show didn't need to be fake.
Okay, all right. So you work the phone, so you notice everybody who called in and said, "Hey, I just had sex with my mother-in-law" or something like that, and you put them through. Isn't that the same thing?
No, because I don't know then. How am I supposed to know if they're fake or not?
Right.
Yeah. This is
How am
different.
I supposed to know?
Because you know you went through a service. Don't
No,
play stupid with me.
I worked with one guy, and
Don't play stupid. You guys paid for a service. I know it as a fact. Do not lie.
Harry Arden, Electric Eel.
Yep, and you
was one of them.
Yeah, me putting close
through. See, John,
how could you make that's the worst analogy ever? I'm putting calls through that people are saying that they're telling me things, but I'm not knowingly putting a fake phone call through. Do you not understand the difference?
I put the fake ones through. He gave me real ones sometimes too. So I just said I'm gonna just choose to believe this guy, and if it pans out, and if it's
knew when Howard used to have in our creative meetings, you would go, "Oh yeah,
9 out of 10 were fake."
Yeah, so that's why I said you at the beginning of the downfall by introducing those phony bits. Now, if you don't think that's, I'm not entitled to have that opinion. That's on you. That's not on me.
All right. Okay. Maybe I was too hard on you on that one, but And
what else did I say about you? Not really anything.
Well, for having you on here, I didn't even
come on, stop stuttering.
Yeah, I didn't even take any notes out because I just kind of wanted to talk to you and make it real. As
that's all that's the only thing I said. And my other issue,
John. So how come that turns into Herpes Boy?
Hold on, the Herpes Boy was after you accused me of not being a writer, which I proved you.
All right. So okay, now, all right, now you explained yourself on that, and I understood. I'll explain. Being a writer, would you call Gary a writer on that show?
Do you want me to pull my credits up again?
I know, John. I've seen it.
Good thing you had to screenshot it for me after you defamed my credits.
Okay.
Of course, me and Benji wrote all the time.
John, you didn't. You. That's where I got to draw the line because you didn't write like Benji or Jackie or Fred.
Really? You don't know that
I knew everything that went on there.
Oh no, you didn't.
John, I know that you would sit when you would put in the callers, you would write lines, and sometimes Howard would read them because everyone knows.
That's called a writer case.
You would go, I wrote that.
That's called a writer case. A writer writes jokes, and if the host reads them, then you're a writer.
Yeah, but
did you know that I wrote all the tons of song parodies that got on the air?
Well, the ones I know were written on the spot.
No, he's wrong. And Polanski, that was all me. Hi, my name is Fred. My name is Eric. My name is Fred Norris. I wrote so many song parodies.
Through Lotus Notes? I think you might have.
Yes, that was all through Lotus Notes. So how dare you accuse me of not being a writer?
If you do it like once or twice. See, look, John.
No, not once or twice. I got tons of bits in.
John, I'm not.
I wrote questions for my interviews.
I'm not knocking your talent. I'm knocking, I guess, your work ethic because I know that you didn't contribute on Lotus Notes where you could have.
Yes, I did all the time. Maybe you didn't get it because I said it directly to Howard.
What color were you?
The fuck do I know? All I know is I would send it to Howard a lot of times, not to you. Why would I send anything to you?
Well, why would you send it to Howard? That's what I'm talking about, and that you just hung yourself because there's a protocol. It goes to guys, and it goes because Howard's going to say Fred and Jackie punched.
So maybe you didn't read them then.
I had to read everything.
Okay, so then maybe you just blanked me out of your mind. Just like you blank out half the other things in your mind. And let me tell you something, Case. I did write. Scott Einziger knew it. Doug Goodstein knew it. Benji knew it. But I would get jokes on every single show. So for you to accuse me of not being a writer.
You used to say to me, "Hey," and you would take I'm going up to Tom to get a
yes,
writer, and you would print it out.
Yep.
Like every joke you print it out every time like he read it. You would
print
it out and you
just like Jackie saved every joke he wrote.
Yeah, his handwritten jokes he put on the
transcripts. I printed everything out. Jason and Will sat next to me. They knew how much stuff I was writing. So how dare you come out of nowhere and accuse me?
Out of nowhere. I knew what was going on there, John. That was my job to know everything.
You did a show and started a fucking just out of nowhere. John wasn't a writer. I'm going, what? What?
No,
look at my IMDb.
Look, I know that you did write a couple notes and Howard would read them, but
a couple. Don't belittle my work by saying the word a couple. Okay?
No, I know.
That's a load of horse shit. I would get 10 to 20 in one day.
No, you didn't. That's not true.
Yes, I did.
No. Do you remember Howard saying, "Why is John writing me notes on the
Nope.
I want to know what calls are coming through."
Yeah. Okay. But then Howard would use my jokes and never even say good job in the break.
Yeah.
But he never said that to Jackie either. So okay, I'm in good company.
Okay. All right. But that was the thing where
I would never disparage. Hey, I would never, if I wasn't 100% sure, I would never accuse somebody of not having the credits that they so rightfully deserve. Scott Einziger knew that Benji and I deserved them.
You hounded him, John.
No, Benji and I asked Scott.
Benji was a writer.
Yes, so was I. We did the same exact thing.
Okay, so how come I didn't get credits after that? Do you know how many bits I had each week? I had to have that were produced by ACN or whatever. I didn't ask anybody for credits.
Well, that's your fucking problem.
Yeah.
Just because you don't stand up for yourself doesn't mean I shouldn't.
Myself, I just thought
you think Jackie you think Jackie magically became head writer? He had to ask for that.
Oh, you mean head writer. Oh.
He had to ask and fight for that, Case. Yeah. That's what people do.
I thought it was just my job to put on bits every week.
Your job, that was your producer job. If you're writing bits, then you should got a writer's credit. Sorry, that's how television works, and that's how radio works. Okay. If you were writing bits, then you should have fought for a writing credit. It ain't my problem that you didn't.
It's nobody's problem.
Benji and I both did. Benji and I went to Scott Einziger. Benji and I collectively went to Scott, said that we're writing a lot of shit. We should get a credit. Scott went to Buchwald. You know what Buchwald said? Here. This is the credit they'll get. Some written materials contributed by John Melendez and Benji. And then I said, Scott, what the fuck is this? And he goes, Buchwald said if we didn't write it this way, you and Benji would ask for more money. You don't believe me? Ask Benji.
No, but Benji was in the studio, and I know.
Yeah, so I was outside it on a computer.
He's like, I got this guy next to me who's trying to take my job.
Yeah, but I'm doing the same thing on my computer, Case.
I know what you did, John. I knew everything.
You don't know every joke I wrote, so stop pretending. No, at the time, you weren't even in there.
You're right. I can't tell you every joke that you wrote, but I knew exactly what was going on, and I know because when one person during the breaks, one person would leave, everybody would talk about the other person, and I know Howard used some of your stuff. I know Howard used some of your stuff, but also I remember times like, why is he writing this stuff, Gary? Tell him to stop.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so then why didn't Gary ever tell me to stop? Because there's no way Howard ever didn't appreciate the jokes I wrote for him.
You told me
especially after Jackie left. He needed them.
But you told me that he never gave you any thank yous or any appreciation for writing them.
He never gave you it either, Case.
I didn't need it. I thought it was just my job. I had to.
And he never gave it to Jackie either. He called Gary an idiot.
Yeah.
All right, so don't expect Howard to ever give credit. Jackie will back me up on this. Trust me.
Did you see? He just did it. I didn't see it, but did you see a documentary?
I'm in it.
You're in it?
Yes.
I thought you guys you guys were unfriendly these days.
You know, Jackie's a fucking tough individual. I think we all know that. Case, why don't you just say you're sorry about that? At least man up.
What? Jackie? I'm friends with Jackie.
No, apologize for you fucking discrediting me.
No, I won't, because Jackie and Fred wrote every night. They went on Lotus Notes.
Okay, so did I. Okay, you know what?
I know, but John, I know that he read some of the stuff you would write on the.
Okay, that makes me a writer. Thank you, and that's why I have a credit.
All right, maybe you know what? Maybe, yeah, but okay.
So you don't. So a real man would say, "All right, I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't have said that." But you won't do that.
But why am I not? Saying that I'm upset that I wasn't given the.
What have I said that wasn't true?
Say what?
What have I said about you that wasn't true?
No, I'm saying, why am I not being upset about? Do you know how many bits that I wrote and produced with ACN? And I had to have one a day. My OCD or whatever. I had one. One a week.
You didn't ask for the credit. Benji and I did.
I didn't, but
Benji and I did. Jackie did.
You did an awesome job, John. With kind of.
Don't worry about Case. I did an awesome job. Right, got tons of stuff on the air. So if you're gonna sit there and discredit my credits, Doug Goodstein knew I wrote. Ganji knew I wrote. Fucking Will and Jason knew I wrote. But now you suddenly, maybe you were on drugs then and just blocked it out of your mind.
Fred and Jackie were the writers because they did it every night.
This is like talking to a rock. I can't get past it. All right. If you can't get past it, you can't get past it. Right. I was a writer on the show. Let's move on.
All right. We'll agree to disagree. All right. John.
You're still going to disagree. I showed you the credits I have. Goodstein.
People putting it up on in the credits. It means nothing. I mean,
it means nothing. A credit means nothing. So Jackie's not head writer then, right?
No, he was the head writer.
Okay.
That's why he was in the studio.
So in other words, credits mean something when it comes to Jackie, but not when it comes to Stuttering John. Okay, gotcha.
When you did it for a couple hours.
I did it at home too, Case. I was on Lotus Notes. How about you want to fucking bet?
You were on Lotus Notes probably like once a week.
Nope. Every night.
What color you had?
How the fuck am I gonna? I think I had green. How about that?
No, that was Fred.
Yeah. Okay. How the fuck am I gonna remember what color I had? Fucking holy shit! That's like saying, what piece did I have playing Monopoly with my kids? Give me a fucking break,
John. You got to teach me how to play Werewolves of London. I know you're a musician. Could you figure it out? Like, not now, but I'm saying, could you?
We're from Alabama.
That's the word. That's so. I'm tone deaf, and that's out of tune.
DCG. That's Werewolves of London.
What is?
DCG. Go ahead, play it on the net.
I don't know. I don't know what chords are. I just know what if there's like 1, 2,
hit a D note.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Hit a D note.
I don't know what that is.
How the fuck do you have a keyboard in front of you and you don't even know how to fucking play it?
Well, because it's something I'm trying to learn. I don't know.
Case. I'll take it easy. Now, the other thing that I had a problem with you about.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Then I'll get into the herpes thing. And by the way, Case, I know you have them. Gary told me.
Gary told you I have herpes?
Yes.
Now, why would Gary know I have herpes?
Because you gave him to Anne-Marie.
That is defamation. That's
what he told me.
That's what he said to you?
Yes.
I guarantee he didn't say that, and I guarantee that you're wrong because that's
Well,
100%
that's
true.
okay. Allegedly, Gary
It's not
said.
allegedly. That is the furthest
All
thing
right.
from the
Do
truth.
you or do you not? I'm at.
Am I gonna tell you about my health? Am I gonna tell you? Do you want to know about every fucking my COVID shots? I mean, if I have to say something about my
Well, you
sexual
just asked
health,
me why I said herpes boy, and the
yeah, I want to know
reason
why you call me herpes boy.
because
Who has
you
my
started.
medical? You can't even get. There's a HIPAA thing. You know that?
Oh yeah, what does HIPAA stand for, Case?
Don't know. You got me. That's why you're a writer.
Case. Gary did tell me, and also Anne Marie did it at a hotel in L.A.
Told you that I have herpes.
She told. Yes, that's what she told me.
All right. So good. Good for
So
you.
I mean, all these idiots could say it's defamation, but I don't know if you do. I'm just telling you what they told me.
But you just said I gave it to.
That's what Gary said, and that's what Anne Marie told me.
No, she didn't. I guarantee you that.
Oh yeah, well she was lying in bed with me, Case.
All right. Well, that's cool. But
and that's why I didn't have sex with her.
I guarantee you have herpes, buddy. It's like 1 out of 4 people have.
I don't have herpes, buddy.
And and if you're in bed with who you were just talking about, you're not gonna do anything because she says I gave herpes.
Yeah, I don't want to get that shit.
Bullshit.
Okay, so here you go. You're not gonna believe me. It's the same night
don't believe you.
Same night I had dinner with Kevin Spacey and John Stamos.
Did they have herpes?
I didn't ask them.
Why not?
Because why would I ask them? I had Anne Marie to look forward to.
All right. Well, John, I don't believe that at all because the fact that that's a lie right there.
I swear it's not a lie, Case. I swear on my life.
She would never say that.
Okay. No. Well, okay. Maybe I'm mistaken.
Yeah, no. I mean,
maybe it was a different girl.
No. I mean, if you're, this is a girl that we work with.
Did you cheat on her? All right, let me ask you this question: did you cheat on Anne Marie at all?
I probably about 100 times.
Thank you. Okay, and maybe in one of those excursions, maybe you caught something.
No, because if I'm going to divulge my relationships, there are some things that have already been done before you go into it.
So maybe you don't have them. I don't really give a fuck about what you have or don't have. I had genital warts. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, wait, yeah. That now talk about that because I
had genital warts. I'm not afraid. My life's an open book. I talked about it on Stern. I'm not afraid to say this shit.
But you don't have them anymore?
No, and I also had crabs.
John, I just caught you in a lie because that's a virus. You have that for the rest of your life.
Oh, then I guess I do. All I know is I don't have any on my dick right now, and I have it in 35 years or whatever, 30 years. So I assume I don't have it anymore.
You only had it once?
Yeah, that was it. Two on my shaft and one on my balls.
Oh, and did you get them taken off?
They have to put vinegar. They put you on a table. They put the vinegar. They put a shot right into them and snip them off.
It's like cold water. Cold air, right?
It is awful, Case.
I knew somebody who had it. Yeah.
Well, anyway, I own up to it, and I owned up to it on the Stern Show. Gary owned up to having chlamydia, right?
That's not true. He doesn't have them.
He said on the air he had chlamydia.
Yeah, you get rid of that.
Call Mark Friggin. All of this is documented.
So you have genital warts. Do you tell?
Well, I had them. I never gave them to
Susanna. It's a virus. It's the HPV virus.
Susanna never got them. So I haven't ever been with a girl that has ever had them. So you're telling me
before you have sex with them?
Dr. Armstrong is telling me I still have them. I got to make sure that's true. I don't know, Doc. Doc, I don't know. I didn't know you were a doc. I didn't know you were a PhD. Now I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dr. Armstrong. I didn't know. So I still have them. Wait, is that what's on my tongue right now?
No, but if you had herpes, you could get them on your face.
I love you, Case. Come on, we're having fun.
I love you. It's like, you know, it's like it's
the only reason I started. Case,
you want to get mad at John, but then it's like, you know, he's
Case. The only reason I even said the herpes boy stuff, and it was only because he came out and said I wasn't a writer. Right. I was just, but this is Case. All right. In all honesty, I'll stop doing the show for a second. Case. What hurt me was when you said I wasn't a writer, because I did, and I take pride in what I did, and then I didn't know why, because you did my show a year before that, and you and I were like best friends.
We were goofing off, like, you know, we were talking about.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there going, like, hold on, Case. Okay, so I'm sitting there going, wait a second, KC is my friend. But now all of these guys like Levy, all these guys are now jumping on some anti-John bandwagon. I'm going, now KC at 2, bro.
No, John, I didn't know what you had said about me, and it pissed me off. Autumn told me all this stuff, and she's like, you should be really mad. I'm like, no, I come on, we got work, we have work to do. And
we already discussed it. You and I discussed it on my show. Do you want me to pull up the show?
Yeah, talk about, like, if you're saying that we were talking about me booking fake guests and you thought that was the downfall. I thought we were goofing off and talking about the good times about Scott.
Let me play the other thing that bothered me.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, and I don't blame this entirely. I blame this mostly on Levy, but
I'm pissed off at this too. Go ahead.
But he used you as a vehicle to rob from me.
No, John, you got this 100%. This is.
Let me tell my side, please.
Okay,
doctor. I
don't know. It's in my brain.
I started the Stuttering John and Friends comedy tour. I even put KC Armstrong on it, as well as the Reverend Bob Levy.
And what about the Murderers Row? Was that
no? Then came Bob Levy into KC's.
You only met Bob Levy because of me, because I hung
out untrue. Untrue.
Levy, you met because of me.
Nope. Jim Florentine hooked me up with Levy. Ask him.
No.
Okay.
I brought them into this thing. You only met them because of me. You had Modi.
You're fucking delusional.
You are.
Okay. I know you are, but what am I? Well, I'll tell you something now, Case. Here's what really happened. I had Jim Norton on my tour. Jim Norton couldn't do it because Howard didn't want me to use him anymore. Then I had Jim Florentine.
He said, don't use him?
Yes, I asked him, but Norton, I just started with Opie and Anthony, and I told Howard about that. And he said, well, then I'd rather you not use him.
So you went to Howard and said, I got this guy
yes.
I've been doing gigs with.
Yes, which proves again that you don't know all the things that go on around it.
I don't know, because you used to hang out with Howard.
Yes, I did. So Howard said, I'd rather you not. So then Norton understood and suggested I use Florentine. Well, sometimes Florentine couldn't do it. He goes, why don't you use my buddy Bob Levy? That's a fact, Jack. Ask Jim Florentine. And when he tells you that's true, Case, then you're going to go, John, oh, well, you're not man enough to apologize, but you might think in your head, I was wrong.
No, I'll be the first to say that I'm wrong, but
well, you are wrong. And then what does Bob Levy do? He starts a tour with you, and you guys use the same guys that I'm using, including Melrose Larry Green.
We didn't use Melrose Larry Green. There was two.
Yes, you did.
No, from Port Jefferson, the guys
You used Melrose. You used Apollo.
We didn't use the Apollo.
Yes, you did. Yep.
Never. It was a Murderer's Row. It was the same tour, same guys.
The Killers of Comedy.
That's not me. That was after I left or after I got fired.
Okay. Murderer's Row, you had Florentine on there.
Yep.
You had the Apollo on there.
No, we didn't. No way.
You used Melrose.
No, never.
Guarantee it.
Never.
Guarantee it.
I'm telling you the truth.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
Or
I
you
don't
must,
know. I
this
think my
must be a blackout era
word
of
is enough.
KC Armstrong.
I'm not a
This
black
is the
belt.
blackout.
I'm not a black belt.
Blackout.
What's that?
Blackout drunk. You can't remember anything.
Oh, no, not a black. No. I mean, concussions, yeah, but no. It was the same lineup every time: Florentine, Levy, Sexton, Demo, Big Jimmy Graham, and
You know what?
myself.
You know what? Okay. Again, you know what? I blame Levy more than I blame you on this, so I don't even
You
care.
blame him. You blame him a lot. Why do you do that to Bob? He was good to you.
Oh, really? I was good to him, Case.
No, Johnny. No, you took too much money. Do you
Oh, really?
look back and think like
How do you
took too
figure,
much money
Case?
out of those from those
Oh,
guys?
really? How do you
They
figure,
were
Case?
pros.
How do you figure, Case?
I'd say you made, and I'm not getting into you. I don't
Okay.
count other people's money,
Yeah.
but say you made 10 grand on a
All right.
gig.
All
All
right.
right, what makes you doing this for say 6 months and getting into it, having the name, promoting it on Howard, which is
All right,
huge.
Case, here we go. Now I'm going to discuss a little business with you. Maybe you can understand.
Okay,
Okay, I'm making 10 grand.
Okay,
I say to Nick DiPaolo, Nick, 4 shows. Would you do it for $2,500? Nick goes, John, I don't. $2,500 is what I make for a whole week. I'll definitely do it. Okay. Then I go to Florentine. Jim, 4 shows. Would you do it for $1,000? Definitely.
4
Then I
shows for
go
a
to
grand.
what?
4 shows for $1,000. You were a headliner. You know what that is. That's insulting, man.
Hold on. Then I go to Modi. Modi, 4 shows, 800. Do you want it or not?
Modi.
Yeah. Okay, so now the 10 grand is cut in half. Then you got to account for taxes. By the time I'm done, I'm not making the big fortune, Case, and it's my name on the marquee.
Stuttering John and Friends. Yeah, but
yeah, the friends aren't mentioned. The only name that's mentioned, the only one on the radio every day promoting it is Stuttering John. I'm the promoter. I'm the fucking name. I'm getting paid the most. Fuck off. If you don't want to do the gig, say no. I'll get somebody else.
Got it. But that's kind of insulting to them, isn't it? I mean,
is it insulting to you? Is it insulting to you that Howard's making $100 million and paying you $30,000 a year?
Yeah, John, I worked it out.
Okay. But you could have left, couldn't you?
Listen, there was a time where I worked it out where for all the time that the hours I put in, I think McDonald's might have paid me more if I didn't have the weekends.
Well, exactly. So don't start talking. Modi always says to me, John, you were fair as fuck. Florentine knows it too. DiPaolo knows it. Russ Monique.
All right, look. Okay, and if that's what they
and
say,
this is another misnomer that you fucking cucks continue to go out there and trash me on. And I never paid anyone badly. I always paid them well because I
was promoting the same thing, John, and you paid me $50.
Well,
I sucked back then because I just started.
Yeah, you sucked is an understatement.
Are you saying that you were a better?
Yes. Yes, I was in those days, and I still am.
Okay. All right. Well, every man has his opinion, and I'm not gonna argue with you. But I only got a couple minutes left with you, buddy. And
I'll stay till 4:10.
All right. So I know you're a huge Yankees fan, and you must be ready to slit your wrists. They got Tampa Bay tonight.
Now, Case.
Yo.
Now I'm going to get serious with you.
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you believe that I care about you?
I do. I believe, and let me just stop for 1 second. I believe the difference between you is you are not a sociopath by any means. You care about people. You have empathy. And I do believe that in your heart, you do care. But there are traces of narcissism that come out, and I'm sure I have them too, and a lot of us do.
Why don't you
You're
tell me?
Not a sociopath, buddy.
Of course I'm not, and I'm not a narcissist either, because a narcissist can never say they're sorry. I have no problem apologizing. If I say something to hurt you, if Herpes Boy hurt you, Case, if Herpes Boy hurt you, I am sorry. I am sorry. Thank you, Crackhead Bob. You're welcome. Okay? I have no problem saying I'm sorry. If I hurt you
Yeah,
in any way,
either. It seems like I'm apologizing from the age of
but
30 on every day.
Case, you have to understand, a narcissist doesn't say they're sorry. Did Howard ever say he's sorry to you?
No.
That's because a narcissist won't.
But why would he? I was the one that
oh, stop putting it all on yourself. Now,
is that narcissistic?
No, you have a inferiority complex, and you take too much blame.
Self-hatred thing.
You take too much blame for things that you should not be taking blame for.
Okay,
you're a good man. You have a good heart, and I truly believe that you care about people and you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. And when I watch you, I worry about you. Now, let's get into my email to you.
Yeah, John, that I didn't know which one came from you.
I know.
But why do you use the different account? I mean,
because
nice thing to say you were worried about me. Why would
I really was worried about you? I was very, very worried about you.
And it was
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I was, Case, and I'm going to be honest with you. Okay. First of all, I know you don't think that I was friendly with Autumn, but I was. Autumn and I hung out at my house. I took Autumn to the Gotti thing in Brooklyn.
What's a Gotti?
When John Travolta was doing a movie.
No, the movie.
Yeah, but anyway, I took Autumn with me.
Okay.
And when Autumn killed herself, I was very upset. Obviously, it must have really hurt you way more because you were best friends with Autumn.
Yeah.
So when I watched you do one of your shows, I was screaming at the screen going, Case, you don't have to read every super chat. They're not going to kick you out because you thought you had to read everything and you kept fucking with your train of thought. And I'm going, Case, you don't have to read everything. Damn it. But then you mentioned something about suicide, and I was very concerned because when people start talking about it, things like that, I worry. I've had friends that have killed themselves, and I get concerned. So I sent you this.
That's a very kind thought.
I sent this.
Thank you.
Yeah, I send you this thing from the bottom of my heart.
Wait, it wasn't from you.
What?
It wasn't from you. It was from someone I thought it was from a fake account.
No, it's the first account I had before I had the one you sent the link to. That was my original account, but then all the trolls had figured out.
I really want to know, John. I mean, like the trolls. I know.
The trolls doxed me.
I can only imagine how much bullshit you.
Well, anyway, the trolls doxed me. Let me finish the thought on the email, just so people who are following along.
All right.
So I said, Case, I'm worried about you. You know, you mentioned suicide. I am very, don't even say that in jest. You and I both knew Autumn, and I just, if you want to talk to somebody, I'm always here for you because I love you. I'm your friend, and that's what I wrote to you.
I would never, but I never said that I was suicidal. I'm not.
Good. That's what I want to hear.
I know. I have to endure this. But
Case,
I say that.
I also recorded something with Vince. Did he ever play it for you?
No, I don't talk to whoever that is.
To Vince the lawyer. I
don't know.
Oh, because I sent this heartfelt voice message to you. Case, the world's a better place with you in it.
That's really nice, but no, I never got that.
All right, so I just know that
I know what you're made of, John. I know that you're a knucklehead, like we all know. But I know that you care about.
We all know.
But I know that you care about people, and You
look at these guys in the chat. Don't buy it. Don't buy what? I'm a caring guy.
Don't buy what?
It's like someone's going, don't buy it, John. Don't buy it. Like somehow I'm lying to you. I'm not lying to you.
I'm just wondering, like, why from be, what I want to know why people, why you, a guy who's very successful and has his own stuff going on, why do you have different accounts?
I had the email, which is Mr. Kister, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then fucking internet sleuth. I guess it showed up like when I was showing a video that that email showed up, and then I got tons of trolls, so I had to start a new one. But I still sometimes email people from that account because that's my original account.
Was it so bad that you had to change your number?
Yeah, I changed my phone number too. So just know, as much as these people like to say, "Oh, John has to make these fake," I'm not making them for any other reason than I'm getting trolled.
Yeah, no, I get it, man, because
Oh, by the way, this is coffee.
There was one sad motherfucker that actually got someone's old number, had to do a lot of work to get this number. Somebody that we know from the show who
Yeah.
doesn't use that number anymore. Someone had to do a lot of work to get that number so the person could reply to people, because whoever was writing that person um, was thinking that they were talking to someone that they were friends with, cared about and worried about, and blah blah blah. So I get now why you had to change your number. And thank
I
you
have
for
two
trusting me with
email
that.
accounts. I have the Mr. Kista and I have the one that you sent the link to. That's it.
Okay. All right.
And like, for instance, I just bought some stuff on Amazon. It's probably outside right now. And that is all on my Mr. Kister account. So if I'm on the Mr. Kister one, and then I see that you like, and I think you emailed me or whatever, and I just responded on that one back to you.
Was this on our Venmo debacle when I was trying to say, you're like, what is this, a gambling site?
But look, Case, at the end of the day, and just know one thing, and obviously you see how many of these losers, these bullies, they need 8 guys to do 5 shows a day on me to trash me. And
but isn't that a huge feather in your cap that people
yes,
find you so interesting, and no matter what they're saying, look, all these people are talking about you. Isn't that like, hey, wow?
yeah, it is a compliment. But I will, because I am a character. I am fucking
Yeah,
charismatic.
I've seen you kind of owning it more since you came
Yeah,
back.
yeah. But Case, like, I didn't expect you to jump in the fray. That's all.
Well, I didn't know what you wrote about me, but that's squashed. I understand, and I guess I owe you an apology for saying the things that I did. It was a judgment. It was a judgment call, because Fred and Jackie, that was their job. They did that every single night, clockwork.
Doesn't mean other people didn't do the same thing.
I never said that you didn't. But
Well, you said I wasn't a writer, and
saying you're not a writer, that's not
that
true.
hurt me, Case.
Sorry, bud. That
I'm a WGA writer,
what's
by
the
the way,
WGA?
the Writers Guild of America.
Okay.
So
Well, if you were writing like for Leno, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's huge. So if you wrote for Leno, then maybe that's how it works. I've only worked for one. I only worked for Howard as far as being
But Case,
full time.
Look, you're a good dude, and I would like. I just want you to know one thing, and you saw my show today, right?
It was great, really funny.
You saw how complimentary I was of you, right?
Yeah, yeah, you were awesome.
I'm gonna tell you something right now, and this is just me talking to you like we did on the beach in Bayville on that cloudy day, sitting on the bench talking about Steel from Typo Negative, and just chilling out and having a good old time. You and I drinking some beer. I don't know if you remember that day.
I
But
remember the golf course was kind of the same thing we're talking about.
okay, but
It's just me and you.
yes, just know I will never ever, like, after this show, as long as, if you don't say anything, I don't mind if you goof for me, but as long as it's not, I'm never gonna trash you. That's not what I'm made of. I'm not looking. If I consider you a friend, I'm gonna treat you like a friend. I'm not gonna be a dickhead. So after the show, just know I ain't gonna go on my show and say one bad thing about you.
Oh, that's nice of you, John. But you can, if it's funny, then it's funny. We both know that. I mean, we don't get upset if it's funny. That's the rule. I mean, Damon Wayans, I think, was talking about his kids one time, and his kids were cursing and saying something, and the wife said, you got to punish the little kid because he was cursing and he was saying something about his grandmother, and he goes, well, what he said was really funny. So I mean, I'm not going to punish him. So if it's funny, then it's a different story, But hurtful is a different thing, and how I care about you, and I think you're a good dude, John. And I think you've always been very sensitive, and so am I. But people love you, man. When you came back, I mean, shit, people are just drawn to seeing what you're gonna do next, man. It must be pretty cool.
It is, but I'm probably gonna stop it in a little while. I this isn't what. Well, I'll say it here, Case. This is not podcasting to me. Is it fun? Yes, but is it something that I want? I don't know. I don't know if I really want to do it that much longer because it's not. It's too toxic. There's too many backstabbers and it's all a work, as Kevin Brennan says, and it's just like it's just so nasty, and I don't know. I call it the cesspool of ridiculousness, and
I stepped on you. Say that again.
I call it the cesspool of ridiculousness. I don't really like it's. I'd rather go on acting auditions or or write for another show. I don't know if this is the exact thing that is something that I don't know. I just see what's going on out there, and the world's negative enough. Do we need any more of it?
Yeah, man. I mean, you've gotten away from you. And John, please, you can peace out at any time. I know the game's about to start, but you've gotten away from your political show, which I love the Army Major.
Yeah.
I think he's great, and I like the guy you had on today.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Are those guys going to be in your arsenal more going forward? What's going on?
Army Major's always my guy, and then Dave is a guy that's who thinks that he could really help me in the podcasting world because much like I think you and I aren't as, let's say, technically savvy as a Carl.
This is all new, dude.
Yeah, I mean, and we're not. I don't know. It's not.
It seems like you're not happy with it.
I am, but I'm also. I just think it's all just a bunch of horse shit. It's all
backstabbing. It's like a soap opera.
Well, everyone watching my show and commenting if I have a snot hanging down. I know it's like oh, okay. What, you never had some snot coming down from your nose?
Yeah.
It's like it's so silly.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to be grown men.
No, we're not. None of us. No, not in this universe we are. But
by the way, how's Buckethead?
Oh, well, thanks for asking, Buckethead. His town tornado came through and just ruined his whole town. But he's still a gym teacher. He's got a bunch of kids, believe that or not. And how are your kids? Your kids, everybody good?
Kids are great. Some guy says I'm making a lot of money podcasting.
You're killing it.
Yeah, I just don't. Well, there's other things I enjoy doing. Case, I just got done. I know your father was a school teacher.
Yeah, my mom, my brother, but
Yeah,
John, I
so,
don't understand how you're gonna go back after
yeah, and,
do your character.
Case, just before I go, t- teaching teaching kids is the most rewarding experience
That's awesome.
that I've had. You know, it, since the Tonight Show, it's you know to, to change a kid's life.
You got through to a couple
Better.
kids, you're saying?
What?
You got through to a couple kids, you're
Oh
saying?
yeah, and the kids coming in and giving me notes and and leaving me cards in my mailbox.
Awesome.
And the parents calling me and emailing me and just saying, thank you so much. Uh, your class is my son or my daughter's favorite, and that you talk to them and it brings tears to your eyes, Kate.
You're like
So
the cool teacher, kinda, like, they can tell
yeah, I'm like the School of Rock. I'm the Jack Black,
Okay,
and
okay. Well, you told me that he took all your roles, you're saying?
no, no, no. When we were
Remember
on
you told
Stern,
me
I
that?
don't know. I think you were there when Jack was on the show. He just said to me, he goes, he came in the studio. I said, Jack, great job, School of Rock. He goes, John, that was your role.
Ah!
And I thought, and it's so funny because when I walk down the hallways at school, and like the fucking kids are like, Mr. Melendez, my favorite teacher. Like it's like I'm like a fucking superstar.
That's great. It's awesome. If you could change one kid's life, if you could, because at that age, they're so vulnerable, man. It's just like if they got one person in back of them that's going to help them, it must be an awesome thing.
No, it is, but I mean it. But also, I love. And then when I taught drama, I started getting on stage and I was teaching them how to do a monologue and how
You're
to have.
teaching them how to act like a piece of frying bacon.
Yeah, that's what we had to do at NYU.
The memory. That's
Yeah,
what you used to say.
yeah, but yeah, I didn't go that ridiculous, but yeah, I taught them how to do monologues. And then I'm like, you know what, John, you should start doing this again. But then the fucking strike happened, and now now there won't be any work for a while. So,
John, if you go
but
to audition, what is your go-to? Your what do you call it? Not your monologue. Yeah, your monologue. What do you go to when you go to audition? What is it?
what's my go-to?
Yeah, I mean, don't they ask you to do a scene from something and you got to do it?
No, audition. You get the script, and
Not
then
the
you
sides, I'm saying, but don't you have to do like a scene from something?
no, you do the scene that they're asking you to audition for.
They don't ever do like a cold thing where you got to go and you have
No, no,
something.
no. You just act in the scene that they give you.
Oh, so all right. So you got to do what they ask. There's
Yeah,
none that they don't ask. You just come in and I guess that's maybe something else.
yeah. Anyway, you're the best, dude. Case.
Thank you,
I
buddy.
hope that we cleared up things. I hope we buried the hatchet on everything.
Yeah.
Uh,
When are you gonna be back in New York, buddy? And by the way, how are your cats? How many do you have?
I got two. Unfortunately, one died.
Oh,
I don't know I don't know what it was. I think he had a heart attack. He was like a feral cat, and which probably means he was inbred and all, I mean,
yeah.
and it was died in like with me just sitting, and I didn't know what to do. I was watching him, and that was Magneto, and I still have Wolverine and Xavier.
Wolverine.
Yeah, and Xavier. It's all X-Men because my kids named them all after X-Men.
Okay. All right. Well,
Okay, I love you.
Thank you so much. Love you too, buddy. Glad we talked.
I don't know if you have any sexual transmitted diseases.
Well, I mean, you don't call me herpes boy for no reason.
Yeah, I won't do that again. Okay,
No,
I'm sorry about that.
That's completely fine.
Because I don't want to hurt Case. I don't want to hurt your feelings. I love you.
You can't, and unless you say that you don't like me. That's all.
Well, I do like you, and I'm happy that we had this time
too.
together just to spread a smile or two.
Well,
and we'll do it one more time with me and you. I'll see you, Case.
Love you, Johnny.
I love you,
Yankees.
Pal. Yeah, go Yankees. Bye.
Thanks, man. Later, buddy. All right, guys, I'm going to read your super chats right now. You guys have been awesome. I'm sorry I haven't been looking at the the things here because I wanted to give John um, my full attention. Thank you guys for listening. As much as you know, you just saw it. Like, yeah, I can get mad at him for something, and then I think there's always two sides to the story, and I'm not good at being mad at people or taking sides because I know that hey, I feel this way. Well, I guess that person feels that way. So, you know, I guess I'm gonna have to split this one in half. And usually it ends up that way, saying like, okay, I understand what you're saying. I feel this way, and most of the time we'll have to agree to disagree, or maybe I'll see it your way. Um, I just hope I do it right because I don't like I don't like when people accuse me of something and they don't know what they're talking about. Like when he said one of those things that he said, and that's just not true. I know the facts. I was there, you know. So that's a different case. But when someone else says, excuse me, I felt like you weren't listening to me in a certain way and I felt hurt. That's something that those aren't those aren't facts. Those are how people feel. And if you care about the person and if you're a fair person, you listen to them and maybe you don't understand why they feel that way, but that person who's telling you they felt that way, that's real to them. Maybe not you, but it's real to them. So I'm such a homo. So I'm going to go with you guys and let's hear what you guys had to say here. Oh, I love Grizzly Adams because he did not have a beard. Thanks, Casey, for doing this. I won't ask you for anything ever again. Love both of you guys. Let the bromance commence. Grizzly, you never asked me for anything. You're always awesome and supportive when you come on here. I love when you come on, and you're very generous. So thank you. Okay. Oh, we got Grizzly Adams back again. Grizzly Adams, he did not have a beard. Casey posed for gay photographs with a German homo. Gay photographs. He pulled his pants down. Gay photographs. Casey posed for gay photographs. He's a homo. Yeah, can't sing. Sorry. But it's a great song by Richard Christie. Nicey nice. All right, let's go. Rich Goldman. Stuttering John, the worst kind of human being. You know this, Casey. Rich, that's not a nice thing to say about John. Rich, I know you got your opinion there, buddy, but you've never been golfing with Stuttering John. Um, Good guy. He's a good guy. And it's a different story, Rich. When everyone's attacking you and there's, thousands of people are on you, a lot of us might not be ourselves. Okay. But thanks. Thanks very much. Appreciate it. Oh, it's the funeral director. Whee! Oh, thank you, funeral director. John, I saw a clip where you were let go of the Out for Lunch show. Chuck Roast, I remember that guy. Chuck Roast said there was a silver lining. If you're comfortable addressing that, I'm very curious since I rewatched that video. Funeral director, you're a very solid, awesome listener here and part of the show. So I'll text them and my next show I'll get an answer for you. Okay, bud? Let me make a note. You deserve that because you're always. I'm just gonna write funeral director. And thank you for everybody who came in and was watching tonight here. Okay, so let's go to this one. Kel, hey John, how about those Braves? Well, Kel, John ain't here, but guess what? Those Braves are fucking incredible. You start with Acuna Jr., you go to Olson, and you go to Riley, Azusa, best hitters, in Major League Baseball. There are games where all four of them will hit home runs. It's pretty awesome. It's Klaus Kinski. Down with Melton and Vince the lawyer. Hattoos. Hatuhz. Thanks, Klaus. Whee! Bone loads. Whee! Hey, Casey, did you get a chance to meet Perry Caravello in Pottstown? What are your thoughts on him? I met him backstage for a handshake and just a hello. He was pleasant to me and actually had very kind eyes. And I guess, insane finds insane. I guess I felt comfortable around him because I might have some of the same characteristics, but I like him, and I believe that he stole the show over there. I was trying to sell like my books, and I look up and I see he's on there for like an hour, and people are eating it up. So good job, Perry, and good job, Bone Loads. Whee! Okay. Long Island. I don't know what that was. Sorry, guys. Oh God, these are my broken glasses. I'm sorry, guys. Whee! I'll tell you a couple after I do these super chats. I'll tell you a couple John stories that I didn't get to that you never heard before. All right. You gotta be kidding me. You were fucking retarded. This is a energy stick. Okay. Oh, it's it just says super sticker. Thank you, Long Island stickers. Someone needs to tell me what that is. Oh, it's Klaus. Klaus. John. KC had Miss Howard Stern, Rita G, Anne Marie, Jessica Hahn, and, and Benny Loco. Go! I had a tin of Skull here too. That would have just done it all right. Skull! Nice, Klaus. Rita G, actually, I never. Rita G was in my DVD. She's a lesbian. She came to stay with me and my girlfriend in Newport Beach, and we lived right on the water. It was beautiful. And in the morning, Rita G goes out into the front where people are jogging and they're like rollerblading and stuff like that. And me and my girlfriend were sleeping, and then we kind of just pop our head up and we see she's out there topless because she had the world's most perfect breasts, natural, perfect breasts, no implants. And I believe it. She's out there with those knockers. My neighbors are out. She's just I don't know, having coffee. So my girlfriend's like, "Oh, Rita, you come here. You can't get in there." I'm like, "Babe, she's all right. Let her stay out there for a little bit longer. She's okay." Rita G was awesome. Okay, here we go. AMGFI. You paid John $200 for this? Get a refund, Casey. Well, you can't be everyone's fan. I thought John did a good job. Grizzly Adams did not have a beard. Levy and Shuley trashed you both on yours last night hacks. I hope that's not true. I don't think that's true. Grizzly Adams did not have a beard. John, love you, but Casey, could you make a quad? What's a quad? Could you make a quad? John, love you, but Casey, could you make a quad? I'm sorry, buddy. I don't know what that means. Sorry. Voltaire. Casey, any words of advice on alcoholism for John? Yeah. It's a horrible, horrible thing. And once you find it that it crept up on you, once you find that, as Ozzy says in Suicide Solution, and now you're living inside a bottle and the Reaper's got you at full throttle, he's catching you even though you don't see the Reaper is you and the Reaper is me. It happens fast, and before you know it, it's got you. It's hard. The hardest thing you'll ever go through. And chances are you'll never really beat it. I'll tell you that from being honest with you and just telling you that that's the truth. So it's no joke. I wish everyone going through any of that stuff. I wish my Lord and Savior to come and help you because that's who you need. Klaus! John once out-trained the Navy SEALs. Specimen. Klaus is fucking with us. And he did it very funny. All right. Devin Cutmore. Who wrote the man on the street stuff for you, John? Fred, Jackie, interns, myself, Will, Jason. Anybody access to a computer? Oh, it's the pretty sunflower dragon. John, please stop screaming all the time. You don't make your points more cognate by screaming. Some of us have headphones. Some of us have headphones on, and it literally hurts. Good point, Miss Sunflower. You're very pretty. Okay. Brian Clowder, you both were writers. Now shut up. Yeah, I'm with you, Brian. We're getting into semantics here, right? The mayor here. What color were you on Lotus Notes, John? Hashtag exposed. I don't think he had a color. I think I got him on that one. Green was Fred. I'm not saying that John didn't contribute because he did. And what he said when he wrote those things on the computer that Howard saw, he wasn't lying. He did that. But what I thought a writer was, their job, just as it was for me, because the job wasn't done when you left. The job still went. You went home after dinner. You go on Lotus Notes, and Fred and Jackie, if Howard had written, like, say, I had written, hey, we have somebody coming in tomorrow, and here's a couple intros. And sometimes Howard would say, okay, good, final copy. But most of the time, he would reach out to his writers. And that's why I said to John, I said, it's not that you weren't a writer, not that you couldn't have been, but a writer in my book, because I worked every night after I got done with a 12-hour day. I went home and I did more of my job. John is talented enough to do it, but in a way, I don't blame him because he wasn't getting anything extra for doing it. But he could have. But Fred and Jackie, that was it was understood that was their job. They didn't go to bed without checking in on Lotus Notes, and if there was something that Howard asked for, they were writing it. And then it was my job because Howard might get to it at 4 a.m, right before he came in, and it better be printed out and starting in the process of being produced as soon as he wrote final copy. So the mayor, that's what we're talking about. Klaus, John, heard you swapped with. Oh, damn it! God damn it! You know what? I really just want to. I want to get John back on. I'm gonna try, guys. John, heard you swapped with Zape and his wife. I gotta ask. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm writing him. Can he come on one more time? Can you come on for one question I forgot? It will be 30 seconds. All right, we'll see. I wanted to know that, Klaus. Great job. Thanks for saying that, because that was one of the hugest things. John, heard you swapped with Zapin and his wife. I saw that on the internet, and I had to ask. Thank you, Klaus. Great question. Rusty, John is an open book. Best fiction book ever. Sorry, Rusty. I read that. I kind of butchered it. Rusty Merce. John is an open book. Best fiction book ever. Rusty, you sure you're not a writer? Nah, you're funny, dude. All right. Let's go. We got Harrison Love. Like my art or get. Oh, dear. That. Oh, Harrison, I can't say that. Like my art or get ravaged. How about that? I don't know what that means. Okay. Norm. John, this is brilliant. It's all brilliant. Go! Yeah, John is brilliant. He is a brilliant guy. What not? Chaser. Stop yelling, you train wreck. I guess that was probably for both of us. Sorry, bud, but I like it. Okay, let's go over here. Ken Otto is a Nazi sympathizer. No, he's not. That's not nice to say. John, did you know Casey once cried on stream because of the trolls? Well, I don't think I cried because of the trolls. I I do tend to cry, for reasons I don't know. It just happens. So that offended you. I'm sorry, but it was real at least. Leo Gunn, good to see two classic Stern guys back together again. I'm a listener from the early K-Rock days up until Artie left on Sirius. Go! Thanks, Leo. You're a good dude. Claus. Casey is a better stand-up, John. Sorry. That's so nice. Thanks, Claus. You're pretty cool, man. That's awesome. Let's see. Did he write us back? Not yet. Okay, let's go to, and that was very nice, Claus. Thank you. Barry Woosta. If I hurt you, I apologize. Isn't an apology. Should have been, I'm sorry I said you had herpes. I had no proof and should have tweeted that or said on YouTube. Barry, yeah, Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah. Unless you got like the doctor report right there, you can't say shit like that, right? It doesn't hurt me, by the way. I mean, I thought it was funny when he said he didn't know that every time he has sex with somebody, he has genital warts and he can give it to somebody. How does he not know that if he got some of them taken off? Look, I know everything about every STD under the sun because I was young once. I wasn't this old, horrible, shiny headed fuck that you see in front of you. I went tanning. I look like you ever see that Saturday Night Live skit with Martin Short and he's the swimmer? I don't swim. All right, there we go. John Spittle. Oh, hey, I love this guy. If SJ made money from podcasting, he would stay. Hi, Uncle Ricans. I'm over here now. Where are you? Over here? I'm over here now. Oh, great. John's back. Awesome. John, thank you so much. This will take 2 seconds. One thing I didn't Johnny, are you with me, buddy?
Yeah.
What's the score?
2-1.
Who?
2-1 the Rays, but Jake Bauers just hit a home run. How's it going? By the way, Herman's not pitching.
Oh, who's pitching then?
Brito. I thought Herman was, but he's not.
We're gonna go with the over then. John, one thing. Thank you so much for coming back. So nice. One of the people, because I'm going through all the super chats now.
Yeah.
And someone wrote, and I always wanted to know. Somebody put up on the internet a while ago that you were talking, and it was an excerpt of your book. I think it was a chapter that was going to go in about some chicanery or some nonsense that went on with Howard, his wife, and couples. Some nonsense went in. Do you want to comment on that? If you don't, I'll just let you go.
They said that it was something with Howard and which wife?
You were reading it. You and Susanna and Howard, Beth, and then there was another couple, and it was you're like, well, I didn't think I want to do it because Susanna.
Howard wanted to talk about it, and I said no out of respect for my wife.
Are we saying something might have happened?
I'm saying that Howard said, John, could I mention what went on last night in the studio? And I said, no, out of respect for my wife, don't do that.
So we should just think to ourselves.
It's not as
nothing happened,
but it was nothing.
Nothing happened.
What?
Nothing happened.
No sex happened. No.
But some screwing around.
Let's just say I don't even want to discuss.
Okay, that's all I needed. That's all I needed to say.
Mother, my children, and it wasn't anything that crazy, but he wanted to talk about it, but I didn't want him to.
Okay, all right.
So if it was that crazy, he wouldn't have wanted to talk about it. But
okay,
but it was just something, a ridiculous thing between the six of us.
You were young. What the hell, right? It was like.
Well, yeah. I was. I don't know about Howard, but.
John, thank you so much for coming back on that, because it was on the internet. And did it make it into the book?
Oh no, I would never have put in the book. Just out of respect for my ex, I wasn't going to do that. And I, when I wouldn't. Then there was more stuff that I took out because I didn't want my kids to read it. It was all about, me having anal and go crapping all over my dick. And
oh no.
Yeah, I had to. I didn't want my kids to read about
that. You got to send me those notes so I can read them.
And the girl was an attorney, and the smell, man. Talk about power of attorney.
Oh, Jesus Christ. John, thank you so much that was so classy of you to come back. I'm just reading the super chats here.
All right. All good, brother. I love you.
I'll give you a shout later. Thanks, buddy.
See you, bye.
All right. What a good guy. Good guy to come back and let us know about that. So he said, "Wow, I'll let you guys decipher what he said." John Spittle. Let's see. Let's go over to Long Island Sisters. Look at those baby blues. Great show, guys. What does she mean? He Great show, guys. Well, that's awesome. Hey, thanks, Long Island Sisters. You guys are awesome, and thank you for that super chat. Nicey nice. Oh, it's Miss Sunflower Dragon. So nice, Casey. I find all the negativity so draining. John can be reactionary and vindictive. He also operates from an insecure place, I think. Yeah, Sunflower, I was telling him that. Um, but you know why? It's because he cares about people. Um, I know I'll get shit for that. I don't give a fuck. I know the guy. I mean, he he does care about people. He's a lot different than some of these people that you see on here that just want to hurt people, you know? Like he says hurtful things. Yes, okay, he has. Um just from what you're saying because he feels he's been hurt. And I'm probably the same way as I just might not um I might try and hide it a little bit more, but um yeah, if John thinks that he's been slighted, oh, run the other way. Don't fuck with that guy. He's good at that. Okay, let's go. Oh, Sunflower. Sunflower Dragon says, I saw Warren Zevon live a couple of months before his death, and his hair looked perfect. Ah, ooh. Nice. Wait, gotta go that way. That's the best I can do. Wait. What if I do it with one? What? I even looked it up on YouTube. How's that? I saw a werewolf with a Chinese menu in his hand. Walking through the streets of Soho in the rain. He was looking for the Niho folks. Get a big dish of beef chow mein. Ahoo! Sunflower Dragon in London. Yeah, I'm completely horrible. I'm the worst. And everyone knows it. Whee! Whee! Werewolves of London. All right. I think I got everybody there. Oh my God, we almost went 2 hours. Great song. About to go. So the funniest thing that I've heard, the funniest thing I heard was on one of the comments. I was just screwing around as soon as I got on, and the guy goes, "Hey, that piano solo in the beginning was fire." Yeah, guys, thank you, obnoxious OJ in the house. Everybody, do me a favor and please hit that subscribe and like button. Oh, it's Siobhan. Whee! Yeah, because that helps a lot. Please do the like and subscribe. Really appreciate that. And have some beef. Oh, what's that? Where's that? Let's see what people got to say here, right? Let's do this right quick. Oh, Tubby's in the house. Hello. Tubby, your wife is a star ever. You are a stepping stone. Oh, no. Casey fucking blew it. Oh no! I never knew Logging Road King. I never knew this Ross guy was Howard Stern mentioned many times. Okay. G Chup. It's not in the book, but it's on the internet now. John looked at Suzanne had on her face when you beat Cabby. I can only imagine the crap that you did to I no, I thought it was going away and it went the other. Okay. Let's see. Casey asked the wrong questions. I bet I did. He said there was tomfoolery, including the others and his wife, Siobhan. And Zizo, I'll tell you one thing. John thinks he's better than you, Casey. I bet my car. Yeah, maybe so. But you know what? 99% of the population is better than me, Matthew. And it doesn't bother me one bit. I just try and get by till tomorrow. Tubby said something. Casey, you still see comments we delete. We censor our bad comments, but you still see them. I don't know what that means, but I want to say thank you to everybody. I want to say thank you that you guys took time out of your day to come on and watch this. I think I hope it wasn't the fight I guess you guys were looking for, or some of you were. But I'm not that type of guy. I like him. If I didn't like him, I'd fight with him. So, all right, we'll do a revisit tomorrow. But again, I want to thank everybody. It was really nice for you to take your time and hang with me, okay? And let the Crypt Keepers take us out.
Crazy white boy, Stony Brook rappers.
I'm gonna get nude.
Crackers, born slackers. Crazy white boy, Stony Brook rappers. I'm a crypt keeper. I'm a crypt keeper.
Love you guys.
Hey yo, I'm born at St. Charles, North Shore, East Side, Setauket, Stony